Good morning, distinguished guests and participants. Dear Honorable Professor Dr. Tongat S.H.M. Hum, the Dean of Faculty of Law, University of Muhammadiyah Malang, esteemed Bobur Sobirov PhD from the Samarkand Institute of Economic and Service, Uzbekistan, and all of participants. First of all, let's thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has given us mercy and blessing till we can meet together in this event with the title Reflection of Global Tourism Law. And let us begin this event with reciting Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Next, we invite Professor Dr. Tongat S.H.M. Hum, the Dean of Faculty of Law, University of Muhammadiyah Malang, to deliver his welcome speech. To Professor Dr. Tongat, the time is yours.
Harus dibaca biar tidak salah. Sorry. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah wa syukurillah la haula wa la quwata illa billah. Amma ba'du. Good morning, distinguished guests, faculty members, students, and our esteemed speaker, Mr. Bobur, Mr. Bobur Sobirov, PhD. Thank you for welcome to Faculty of Law, Universitas Muhammadiyah Malang. From the Samarkand Institute of Economics and Service, Uzbekistan. It's with great pleasure and honor that I welcome you all today's guest lecture on the topic Reflection of Global Tourism Law. This event is a significant opportunity for us to explore and understand the multifaceted legal frameworks that govern global tourism, an industry that increasingly becoming a vital component of the world's economy. Today we have the privilege of delving into this complex issue with the guidance of Mr. Sobirov, PhD. His expertise in global tourism law will undoubtedly enrich our understanding and inspire us to think critically about the role of law in promoting a sustainable and just tourism industry. I encourage all students and participants to actively engage in this discussion, ask questions, and take full advantage of this unique learning opportunity. It's through such interaction that we can broaden our perspective and contribute meaningfully to the fight of law. Thank you all for your attention and participation. Let us make the most of this enlightening session. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Tongat, for your insightful remarks. And we will now proceed with the signing of Memorandum of Understanding between Faculty of Law, University of Muhammadiyah Malang, and the Samarkand Institute of Economic and Service, Uzbekistan. We kindly invite Professor Dr. Tongat and Mr. Bobur Sobirov, PhD, to the signing table. Okay, please give applause, everyone. Let's take picture. Representative from participant? Anyone? Would like going photo? Let's join. Thank you for Professor Dr. Tongat and Mr. Bobur Sobirov. And we hope this collaboration will yield significant benefit for both institutions. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the next agenda is a guest lecture from Mr. Bobur Sobirov, PhD, from the Samarkand Institute of Economic and Service, Uzbekistan. The lecture is entitled Reflection of Global Tourism Law, and we will moderate it by our esteemed moderator, Mrs. Khalidah SHM MH. For both of our guests and moderator, time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Terima kasih, Bu Putri. Good morning,
Good day.
Mr. Bobur Sobirov. Is that right? Yes, okay.
okay,
May I
okay.
call you Mr. Bobur or so? Oh, Bobur is okay. Okay, thank you.
Actually, Sobir, the same Islamic name like Sabr. Sobiro means like name Sobir, Sabr.
Oh, Sabar. It
Yeah.
means Sabar.
And Bobur is one of the king from Uzbekistan who moved to India and built Taj Mahal.
Oh, wow.
So you see, very famous person now.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bobur. Okay, good morning, student. Good morning to all of you. It's pleasure for you. It's pleasure for me to have you here with us today, and also to Mr. Bobur. Welcome to Indonesia. I don't know, it's for you,
It is the second time,
your second time
but
in Indonesia.
visiting more than 10 universities in Indonesia.
Oh, wow.
First time I was in Surabaya, Sidoarjo, Samarinda, Jakarta.
Ah, but you miss Malang, yeah. So
Sec-
today,
second time I am here.
oh yeah, second time you here, and okay, we will be, yeah, apa ya, discuss with Mr. Bobur about reflection of global tourism law. This topic is, this topic is, I don't know if because of you, you have a background about the all the economic. So I asking Pak Fateh that you have expertise about the tourism. So I thought reflection of global tourism law will be mixes about economic and also economic tourism and also in law. So Mr. Bobur here is expert in tourism. Yeah. You have a doctoral study in economic in Samarkand Institute of Economic and Services, Uzbekistan. Yes. And also master and bachelor also from the Samarkand Institute of Economic and Service. Um, Bapak Bobur or Mr. Bobur is professor also in Tashkent State University Economic, Samarkand branch. I know it's a little bit difficult to have a real knowledge about your university because there is any different. When we Google it, there is any Samarkand branch of Tashkent State University of Economic Uzbekistan. There is another Samarkand Institute of Economic and Service. So we will hear for you what is it exactly about the university. He's a professor at Tashkent and also marketing manager in Emir Demir Family Company and senior teacher at Samarkand Institute of Economic and Service in Uzbekistan. He also have so much professional experience, included as alumni of Erasmus Mundus Canem Exchange Program in Spain, yes, and also participant of the daily certification of Spanish languages proficient dari Fond Cultural and Sport of Spain. Nanti bisa juga di if ya kalian misalnya if you have a difficulty to speak in English but you fluent in Spain, yeah, they can asking you in Spain.
Yeah, I can speak in both languages because I was in Spain 10 months at University of Las Palmas de Gran Canaria.
Okay.
It was from Erasmus project.
Okay. And for publication, he has a lot of publication, and the last publication in some with Indonesian professor, right?
Last year I am publishing many papers, about 18 papers I think published in Scopus with Indonesian researchers.
Oh, with
Yeah.
Indonesian researchers, and yeah, I have a list that you have some publication for from Indonesia and also with Indonesian professor and researcher in Indonesia. He has a lot like the last is action learning strategy to enhance student speaking skill, a classroom action research in Anglophile journal, and also theoretical problem of trending companies and their concept in Middle Europe Scientific Bulletin. And the other is like ways to increase competitiveness of tourism service through the application of digital technology in Uzbekistan. I thought you have a lot of experience and also publication about tourism law. So, let's further ado. Please,
Yeah.
state of
Yeah.
floor is for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So can I be from here and speak, or should I stand up and speak? Which one is better for audience? For audience, which one
Bapaknya
is better?
berduduk atau berdiri?
To stand?
Oh,
Okay,
dah ada
okay.
jawaban. There is no answer. So,
Huh?
it's depend of you.
Okay.
Which you comfort.
Okay, okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let's first, I will give my speech and then maybe I sit down and continue this presentation. First of all, thank you for invitation on Universitas Muhammadiyah Malang. Yes, this is very big university. I think you're very lucky students studying here because my friends already told about this university. This university is one of the top private university in Indonesia. Yes, so professor also said me, dean of your faculty said me that you have many programs, 61 programs, yes, and master's degree. Also you have postdoc and something else. So this is very big university. This is very good one. That good opportunity you are studying here. So I come here from Tashkent State University of Economics, Samarkand branch, but I am working in 2-3 universities. At Tourism University, I have some job with Spanish universities, and also we have some programs with Indonesian one. It's called Silk Road Research Network. So we do help on journal of Central Asian researchers. For that reason, I have been managing many journals, but not yet Scopus. But we have been publishing many papers with Indonesian researchers. So my topic for today is, you see on screen, yeah? Maybe I will sit down because you will see here and I will continue from here, okay? So my topic for today is reflection of global tourism law in the example of Uzbekistan. Why I have chosen this topic? Because tourism industry is nowadays one of the best industry in order to improve economics. I see in Indonesia there are many cities that can easily attract tourists, yes. The same in Uzbekistan, we are attracting tourists from Indonesia actually. Many people going to Uzbekistan, mostly to Samarkand. Samarkand is my city where I was born, and it is very important city because of religional purposes. It's Al-Bukhari, Abu Ali ibn Sina, or you say in your language Avicenna, for example. You know Avicenna from my place, for example. Fergani, Beruni, Khwarazmi, these kind of medievals or scholars previously lived from Uzbekistan actually. For that reason, many people go to Uzbekistan. Next slide. So overview of global tourism law could be considered into three, let's say, points. Like first one is comprehensive framework. The second one is multilateral agreements, and the third one is natural legislation. So if you have a comprehensive framework, that law can easily help you for the travel safety. Imagine, for example, you go to Uzbekistan, you have baggage, but the same problem happening with Indonesian travelers, our friends. They're taking handbag, yes, hand baggage we say. It's permitted in Uzbekistan 8 kilograms. But tourists going to Uzbekistan and coming back with many presents and happening problem because the weight of the baggage could be like 15 kilograms. So if there is no law for extra kilograms, there could be problem with your flight. Yes, these kind of things could be mentioned on comprehensive framework. And the same, I see national legislation is organized well in Indonesia because there are many tourists to Bali, let's say Yogyakarta, Solo, could be Malang, yes, most important cities. There are many tourists and many people are traveling in inbound tourism. We say inbound and outbound tourism, yes. Inbound is like local and outbound from abroad, and I see that law is working well in Indonesia for tourism case. Can you see next slide? On my next slide, you can see the role of international organization on the development of tourism. We say it UNWTO, United Nations World Tourism Organization. So this organization mostly help to the development of the tourism, one. The second, for the law, they have their methodology like instruction for the DMO. We say DMO, it's like Destination Management Organization. So they are the major organizations that can help to the development of any tourism area all around the world. So you need to get more information about tourism plus law from this international organization, and you can check it from Google, and there are many information about this. Next. So key principles and regulations in global tourism law, you see I put here three major points. The first one is safety and security. Imagine now, anyone want to go to Iran? No, because risky, not safety, yes? Anyone go to Palestine? No one, because of safety and security, yes? The second, sustainability and environmental protection. If you ask from me jeep tour in Solo, I say, okay, I go because I was there. It was very good. For you, for example, also could be good, yes? Because this is dynamic tour. It could be not risky. It can give you energy. Why? Because there is 2 points. Sustainability, that means continuity. And the second one is environmental protection. So we go to the mountain, we go somewhere else, and you have a law. You can make a barbecue. You can make, let's say, some parties there, but there should be law. If law is there, then you can go. The third one is cultural preservation. Imagine Indonesian people, if they go to Europe, they can see different people. But Indonesian ladies, if goes to Uzbekistan, there is no culture shock because in Uzbekistan we have the same, like you in hijabi. So you can go to namaz, for example, you can be in the same culture, in the same attitude, in the same religion, no problem to visit Uzbekistan actually. So these 3 points are very important according to the regulation in global tourism law. Next slide. So protecting tourist rights and safety could be also in 3 different points. The first one is customer protection, health and security, and crisis response. So customer protection is very important one. Imagine you are here and you lose your passport. Who can help you? If your embassy cannot help you, you will stay in Jakarta or you will stay in Indonesia, yes? If there is security from government as a customer, so you can go anywhere. The same, if you go to Central Asia, there are 2 embassies in Central Asia. In Central Asia, actually 5 countries like Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, and Turkmenistan. All the ending is Istan, 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 and Istan. So Uzbek, Tajik, Kyrgyz, Turkmen, and Kazakh. So 5 countries are there, and you have two embassies. One is in Uzbekistan, the second is in Kazakhstan. So if you have any problems there as a tourist, you can easily call to the embassy. I meet with your ambassador in Kazakhstan, and he is very kind person, and he can help you anytime if you have any problem in Central Asia. So if you have this, no problem with rights, no problem with law, no problem with tourism. So you are safe, you can easily go and travel. Next. Regulating the tourism industry could be considered in 4 different points. The first is licensing and permit. The second is industry association, customer protection, and sustainability measures. Actually, I have my own hotel. You can check from internet. It is called alemir.uz. So in order to run hotel business in Uzbekistan, you need to get first permission. If no permission, you cannot be, let's say, a supplier of tourism. You cannot get tourists. The same, if you want to make tourist company, you need to get license from government. If government take control of you, then you can easily make touristic activities. The question is from me to you, how it is in Indonesia. Maybe in your questions you can add about information about this. How is licensing on tourism facility in Indonesia? This is very interesting for me. If you know about this one, you can tell later while we have question and answer panel. Yes? Next slide. Addressing environmental concerns. Ecotourism, safe nature, these points are very important. Why I put this slide? Because in Indonesia, most important resource is environment. Yes? It's like a mountain, you have a beach, you have, let's say, weather, good fauna and flora. So this is very important. If you do not consider this point, tourists, they can easily harm your resources. If they harm your resources, there is no sustainability. So you can use your resources just 10 or 20 years. After that, there could be some problem. For that reason, you should pay attention on sustainability of your natural resources and environment. Next slide. So challenges in cross-border tourism. What is it? So before in Uzbekistan, all doors were closed. No one could enter to Uzbekistan before, let's say, 10 or 15 years from Indonesia because there were visa policy. So now, from Jakarta, if you want to go to Uzbekistan, there is no need of visa. You can just take ticket. You can easily go from Jakarta. Or the same, if you want to go directly from Malaysia, you can take ticket to Malaysia. I think no visa to Malaysia for you, yes? And you can take your ticket and you can go to Uzbekistan directly. So cross-border tourism, it means if no visa, there will be better policy. If visa, there should be real points. I come from Uzbekistan to Indonesia. So when I come here, I paid $34 for my visa. So when I come back, no payment. I just go immigration and go out. So the point is, if you have good policy on borders, so there could be many tourists. In Uzbekistan now, in our experience, we are open for 75 countries. Before it wasn't no. So after opening our doors, we have now tourist boom. It was before 2 million people just, so now we have 10 million people tourists. All tourists coming from different countries, from China, from Russia, from let's say European countries, including Italy, France, Spain, and all countries. And most visited country from Asia is Indonesian people. When I come from flight, there were just 10 people from Uzbekistan, like let's say 90 people from Indonesia. I asked from all of them, why you are in Uzbekistan? They said, I am tourist. So for them, to go to the Tamu, to go to Al-Bukhari place, to go to cultural area is very important. And the plus point is no visa. They can easily go without any kind of payment. Next slide. So emerging trends and future consideration, global connectivity, sustainable tourism, and technological advancements are very important. In your place, I see Travelago, yes? Travelago, yes? You have application on tourism. Travelago, it called, yes? Traveloka, it's application, yes? If you have this kind of application, better tourism development could be there. So I come here to make partnership with Indonesian program, because if this application work in Uzbekistan, we can get more tourists from Indonesia. So the slide saying if you are globally connected, you can get more people. If you use technological advancement, you can get or you can guarantee sustainable development. Otherwise, 1 year you can get more tourists, the second year it can decrease. And there should be fluctuation. If you want to make better improvement, so you should use these 3 points, okay? Next. So in Uzbekistan law, historical development is very important. Actually in Uzbekistan, our history is equal with Rome, or we say it's Rome, yes, in English. With Italy, we have history from Amir Temur. You can check from Google, Temurland. You can check Temurland. Temurland conquered half of the world in 13th century. 13th to 15th century, Uzbekistan conquered half of the world, but that country wasn't considered as Uzbekistan. The name of the country was Turkmenistan. So our history is very important to the development of tourism in Uzbekistan. Next. We have legislation of law of tourism industry into different activities. The first is law on tourism activities, the second is licensing and certification, and the third one is supporting regulations. Next slide. Regulatory borders and their roles. I put here 3 major points. The first one is government agencies, industrial association, and customer protection. These 3 points are very important to make regulation in the Uzbekistan tourism, let's say, industry. Next slide. So licensing and regulation in Uzbekistan are different. The first one is business regulation. This is mandatory to get from Ministry of Tourism. The second one is tour operator. All of them need to get license from company, and if they want to make tour packages, they need to get license from government. And the third one is hotel and accommodation services. So if you are guide, for example, tourist guide, you don't need to have any kind of license from Uzbekistan. You can be free. So just for three companies, we need license. For business people, tour agencies and tour operators, the third one is accommodation service. I don't know how it is in Indonesia. The same, the second question to you, how here for tourism industry, who need to get license from ministry in your country? If you have any imagination, please inform me about this one in question and answers panel. Yes, next slide please. So you can see tax. In Uzbekistan, we have tax rate 15%. Tax reporting deadline per year is 30, and annual registration fee is just $5,000. Next slide. Customer protection and travel rights in Uzbekistan is well organized. This is comprehensive regulation, travel compensation, and dispute resolution. Next. Sustainable tourism practices. Here we have pointed 4 different points in case of Uzbekistan. This is the first one is environmental sustainability, ecotourism, cultural preservation, and we have responsible practices. So environmental sustainability and ecotourism, the same like in your country, and we also have our rules to go to, for example, mosque. If ladies go there with hijabis, they should go. If men come from Europe, if there is no trousers or something, we will not allow, because the same like in Indonesia, we try to preserve our culture, yes? The same in Islamic world. When I was in Turkey, it was the same. In Indonesia, the same. And in Uzbekistan, I think the same. Next. So we have challenges and opportunities in tourism law and enforcement. So in order to make this regulation, we are paying attention on unique culture and natural heritage. So these are very important in order to make long-term success of tourism sector in Uzbekistan. Next slide. So comparison of global tourism law and Uzbekistan law. What we have here, different points. The first one, in Uzbekistan, we do not use visa. As I said you already, 75 countries, no visa in Uzbekistan. In other countries, maybe there is a visa. I asked one girl who wanted to go to Czech Republic, and she said me that she is waiting here to get a visa almost 2 years. In Uzbekistan, it's not like that. If you want to go to any country, you can get easily permission. And the same, if Czech Republic people want to go to Uzbekistan, no difficulties, they can easily come to Uzbekistan. Next. So challenges and opportunities like infrastructure gaps, workforce development, branding and promotion, and leveraging digital trends could be some challenges in Uzbekistan sector. Next. Alignments of Uzbekistan law with global tourism law, like a visa liberalization, cultural heritage protection, and environmental sustainability pointed as major points in Uzbekistan tourism market. Next. Recommendations to upgrade tourism infrastructure, workforce development, branding and promotion, sustainability initiatives. For example, in Uzbekistan, just Bali is very important. Most people go to Bali. Most people go to Phuket in Thailand, yes, I think, Phuket. But people don't know about Malang. People don't know about Solo. In Uzbekistan, people don't know. Why they know about Bali? Because in Bali, they have many promotion, many Instagram, many TikTok, many, let's say, actor and actress, or let's say, influencers make videos from Bali. They give more information about Bali, so people go there. But for me, instead of Bali, maybe I go to Malang, maybe I go to Solo, because in Malang the weather is good. It rained yesterday, and today's weather is good. When I was in Semarang, it was very hot. Yes, no one go to Semarang because it is very hot. But you are not promoting your city. You are not doing any kind of activity, so other people come. But here I see you have everything to make, let's say, tourism. You have good hotels, good people, many universities, kind people, good, let's say, taste of food and beverage. You have everything, but you need to develop it. Conclusion of me is, in conclusion, we need to pay attention on law, and we need to make some opportunity to make business. The same Uzbekistan is doing to develop its tourism industry in Uzbekistan. So here we have some landscape of tourism. You can just go slides. Some people can just see what kind of attractions we go. Next. Here, these ones are Registan Square, Bukhara, Ichan Kal'a in Uzbekistan. If you are interested on tourism, you can see I just put it for information. Next. Landscape, we have the same like you. Next one. So Silk Road destinations like Samarkand, Bukhara, Khiva, and Silk Road region. They are very important places in Central Asia and Silk Road region. Next. Culinary, also a good one, like you have in here fish and seafood. We have something European, we have something unique from our culture. And we have also festivals like Nowruz. I think you know Nowruz. Nowruz is like a new year in Muslim world. Yeah. Next. Next one, because we have already discussed it. This is a place where I was born, in Samarkand. Most people go to see this kind of buildings, and this is unique for all countries. Next. Thank you for your attention, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Bobur. Saya sedikit akan mensarikan ya apa yang disampaikan oleh Pak Bobur. Pada prinsipnya beliau menceritakan tentang bahwasannya industri pariwisata adalah industri yang sangat menguntungkan sebenarnya bagi semua negara ya, termasuk juga Uzbekistan. Untuk beberapa tahun ini dengan dibukanya Uzbekistan terutama bebas visa yang diberikan kepada 75 negara di dunia, menjadikan Uzbekistan itu menjadi tujuan pariwisata, di mana termasuk juga dari Indonesia termasuk penyumbang pariwisata terbesar di Uzbekistan. karena di sana ada berbagai macam ini ya, wisata religi yang bisa didatangi, yaitu histori tentang Bukhari, kemudian Ibnu Sina, kemudian tentang berbagai macam lah pemuka-pemuka, pemikir-pemikir Muslim yang berasal dari Uzbekistan atau di zaman dulunya mungkin lebih dikenal dengan Turkmenistan, sebagai negara yang pernah mengkonquer atau menaklukkan sepertiga kalau nggak salah, atau seberapa tadi ya, Ibu agak nggak menyimak, sepertiga dunia atau apa gitu. Pada prinsipnya negara mereka pernah menjadi negara yang cukup kuat, menaklukkan beberapa negara di dunia. Terus kemudian catatan dari beliau, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan ini seperti Turkmenistan seperti memiliki satu, you have like one system, one system about the when you love your.
Yeah, actually the topic in Uzbekistan is very complicated because in history we have friendship with Turkish countries, so we have somehow with Turkish countries we have history, and then we have history with Russia.
Okay.
So with Russian countries, there are 16 countries, their language is the same. But in territory, we have 5 countries nearby. Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, for example, Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, they're near. So we have 3 different histories.
Okay.
With Turkish, with Russia, and our local.
Okay.
So if you read history, it's very rich. And if I tell this one, I need 2-3 hours.
Ya. Termasuk gitu ya, nanti bisa coba ditanyakan karena Ibu tadi agak lost gitu ya, kalau kita kehilangan kehilangan satu paspor itu apakah kemudian di 3 negara di 5 negara itu bisa pengurus di berbagai tempat atau seperti apa, karena memang kalau kita kehilangan paspor itu yang paling ngeruwet di luar negeri adalah itu. Karena pengalaman Ibu 7 tahun ada orang yang tidak bisa pulang dari Arab Saudi karena ditahan karena kehilangan paspor. Jadi terlunta-lunta orangnya. Jadi kalau nanti coba ditanyakan ya bagaimana hukumnya mereka, karena Ibu agak lost tentang itu tadi. Kemudian juga tentang pengaturan sustainable pasok dan lain sebagainya, jika kemudian industri pariwisata yang tadi beberapa yang memiliki izin itu kemudian tidak memiliki izin. Ya, tadi terus kemudian di negara beliau juga sedang menjajaki kemungkinan untuk melakukan kerjasama dengan kayak biro atau travel agent atau kayak macam traveloka gitu, untuk mengeksplor lebih besar lagi tentang mereka, termasuk juga disampaikan oleh Pak Bobur tentang bagaimana kekurangan industri pariwisata yang ada di Uzbekistan. Okay. If you have any question, that's my summary. If you have any question, you can easily raise your hand. Start from you and also the others. You also. What about the halal tourism? Like I said before. Karena memang Uzbekistan dan Indonesia termasuk memiliki culture yang sama. Tadi disampaikan juga oleh Pak Bobur, saya lupa menyampaikan bahwasanya di sana mayoritas Islam. Jadi kalau melihat teman-teman yang pakai jilbab ini sudah biasa, termasuk juga industri pariwisata mereka dijaga untuk tetap memberikan ruang mereka melestarikan budaya-budaya mereka. Oke, 1, 2 dan 1 lagi siapa men dong? Oh, men, lupa men, you. Where is the man? Okay, cool. Okay, you. Okay, 1, 2, 3 questions. It's okay for you? Oh, 10 question is okay for you. Okay, okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3 ya. Gantian ya Mbak, Mas. Gantian. Oke, silakan. Tuh, Mbaknya dulu. You first. Hah? Iya tuh. Oke.
Thank you for the opportunities. The first one I want to ask to you is that I have read that some of the main responsibilities of sustainable tourism should be included. One of the point is should be bringing tourists and local communities together for mutual benefits. And in Indonesia, for now, there is some issues there in tourists in Bali is they have some of vulgar activities in there, which is that you have mentioned before that the tourism, cultural is one of that is cultural preservation, and you have mentioned that in Uzbekistan is provide that policy border also. And I want to ask what is the relationship between cultural preservation and policy border? If that used in Indonesia of tourists in Bali is that? Maybe that is my question. Thank you.
It's okay. So yeah, you have a good question, because I see in Bali there are many people coming from different countries, living there. They're changing lifestyle of Bali. Even girls, I see they putting some videos from Bali, open videos. Yes, open, not like hijabi girls. They're coming from different areas and changing people's lifestyle, people's point of view, people going there and drinking alcohol maybe, because tourists doing this one. But in our country, what we are doing, we are giving opportunity from cultural point of view in order not to harm our culture. For example, when I was in Solo, yeah, if you want to drink, you should go to basement, not in community area. Not everybody should see it. When you go to disco, you should go to disco at specific area. When you want to be open, when you want to wear open, you should be in some isolated area, but not in community. If you go to community, everybody see and think that, oh, this is possible. I also follow this one, yeah? If someone drink, they also want to taste it, yes? But if they are on restricted area, so it will be better. So my point of view from Uzbekistan experience is that you should give tourists information that they can do this one, but in condition of this, yeah? For example, if you want to be open, okay, you can be open, but just at disco, not outside. If you want to drink, just go somewhere and drink. If you want to do this one, just do. Okay, you are tourist, you can do it. You are client, but not in community, yes, not outside, because they can easily influence people. This is, I think, the best practice that you can use in Bali. But in other places, I see that people are following. Just tourist number is not so many. Where I was there. Yes, I live it in different areas. I see there are no many tourists, and they are not making some kind of negative effect on local people's lifestyle. But in Bali, this is different. Yeah, I think you got answer for your question. Thank you for your question. Next question.
Masuk, Mbaknya cukup nggak? Ada tambahan? No. Oke.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for the presentation of the material. So my name is Erlihana Latukonsina. I want to ask about tourism business. So what is the urgency of tourism legal protection in the tourism business? For example, culinary or hospitality? Thank you, sir. Urgency for the tourism business. Yes. Yes. My question is, what is the urgency of tourism legal protection in the tourism business? For example, in of Uzbekistan, culinary of hospitality. Thank you.
Yeah, it's very important, because when tourists come to your place, if there is no law, for example, on culinary business, imagine I go there and I eat something and I have problem with my stomach. For example, if culinary organization have no responsibility from law, it could be problematic, yes? And all tourist suppliers, they need to know that there is a law by government and they need to take responsibility. Otherwise, if no responsibility, there could be problem. Imagine I was in a mountain, you have parachute, yes? You fly from mountain, yeah? Imagine I go there and I want to take it. And if there is no law on this extremal sport, if something happens, who will, for example, take responsibility? So the responsibility should be just from law, and these tourism suppliers should follow it. The same, I was in a jeep tour. So if in jeep tour there is a driver was driving very fast, but if no regulation on this kind of, let's say, tour or services, then there could be problem in the consequences of travel. So consequences of travel could be different. Someone can have a problem on health, someone can lose something, yeah? For that reason, there should be, all regulations should be analyzed from experience of the international tourism destination, and there should be some vivid explanation to tourists and to suppliers of business. Otherwise, it will be difficult. The same in our hotel. For example, I am managing my hotel. When I have tourists, I register first of all each of them. So if government asks question about you, I should give your data and I need to provide information. And there I have responsibility from nature. I have responsibility from fire brigade and fire, let's say, points. I have responsibility at hotel according to the air conditioning, or let's say something like that. Government will give me this kind of policy when I take license. So at any services, you can put license and you can put your regulation by government, and all tourism suppliers can follow this. Thank you for your question.
Mau masuk nggak Mbak jawabannya? Atau bukan itu pertanyaan kamu? Oke. Another one. Ayo Mbak, let's go. Oh, so man is wake up. So the man is wake up, but she asking for, yeah, she raised the hand first. Yes. Oke, silakan Mbak.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Rina Mayuliana. My question is, what's provide reason for Uzbekistan to liberate visas for several countries, and what impact will this have on Uzbekistan in country?
Rina, I think as I explained it already, if visa free, many people go there. Yeah? Why Indonesian people go to Uzbekistan? Because visa free, one. The second, we are friends now. You are there, you will not be just our, let's say, guest, you will be our friend. So it is better when we are open. That means you are my guest, anytime you can come to my home. If visa, you should first call me. Do you have time today? I would like to go to your home. When you say, okay, you can come, then you will go. If visa policy is there, it's like that, yes? If no visa, you can just go because you're a friend. So we are with 75 countries now, we are free. That means we have friendship with close friends and including Indonesia, and we are improving our tourism business. Before it was just 2 million, as I stated, now 10 million. We are earning good money from tourism due to this visa policy. Next question from boys, yeah? Any question from boys?
Yang bertanya Mas tadi, oke. Satu urut belakang aja ya, dari depan baris kedua terus terakhir yang pakai sweater, yang pakai apa alma mater. You come first. Kamu bertanya duluan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Arjuna. I will about ask what about cultural exchange and the application of tourism technology as well as collaborative cooperation in the field of marketing. What about the tourism as creative economy and education in the field of tourism and the creative economy? Thank you. I will ask about cultural exchange, cultural cultural exchange and the application of tourism technology, as well as collaborative cooperation in the field of marketing, but about tourism as a creative economy and education in the field of tourism and the creative economy.
Yeah, good question. I said you about Al-Bukhari, yes? Imagine for promotion, I get your dean to Al-Bukhari. I put video by dean. Your dean say, okay, welcome to Al-Bukhari. I am with Mr. Bobur and here is, for example, good destination. You can come. It's easy, safe. I am here. My feedback 10 out of 10. Good people, good, for example, food. What you will do? I think half of you go next day to Samarkand. So creative industry is the same. What we are using in Uzbekistan, Gunadarma University rector, yes, you know the name, I don't know, Margiani, yeah, I think. The rector of Gunadarma University is our ambassador of culture from Indonesia to Uzbekistan, from Uzbekistan to Indonesia. So what she is doing? She is giving us many universities to go to Uzbekistan. She is promoting Uzbekistan. We are using her. Why? Because she is influencer, head of the university. Yes. So as you asked me, creative point, creativity could be different. We can make some kind of seminar with university. Many people go there. If you organize something else, creative way, people go there the same. You organize it conference. I am keynote speaker and I am going back to Uzbekistan saying people, please don't go to Dubai. Don't go to Turkey. Try to go to Bali or let's say Malang or Solo. Why? Good weather, very cheap, good people, good food, safety, no problem. Many hotels. I am taking all videos, photos, putting on my, let's say, Instagram, on my Facebook, everybody checking it. So you are inviting me, not paying for tourism, but I am promoting it for free. So the same could be used in the case of Uzbekistan or Indonesia for the next years. Thank you for your question.
Oke, Masnya sudah dapat ya bagaimana pentingnya apa itu? Ya promosi ya tadi ya. Oke, mau enggak Masnya yang berapa tadi di belakangnya, behind you ya, yang who have a bracelet on the hand, yang punya tangan, yang punya bracelet itu apaan sih? Gelang di tangan. Ya, gelang dulu baru yang belakang.
Okay, thanks for your attention. What do you think about Indonesians who study there? That's I mean in Uzbek. And have you ever met anyone in Indonesian there? And you know that this has something to do with material you are conveying. And yes. Thank you for opportunity.
You mean student studying in Uzbekistan?
In Uzbekistan.
I have many students from Indonesia. We are giving scholarship $500. $500 1 month. For 1 month, $500 we are giving to students who are studying in Uzbekistan. And I have students from Malaysia, from Singapore, from Thailand. They're studying tourism in Uzbekistan. Even getting master's degree, it's easy. For PhD, I ask it from you, for PhD, we don't have any kind of payment. It is free. getting PhD degree free, for example. In your place, it is very expensive. So Uzbekistan is not that place that is not yet discovered. Uzbekistan is discovered by genius people, clever people already there. So if you want to go there, I have here visit card. You can take, okay, and you can just write me. I will organize everything. Don't worry,
Thank you,
okay?
thank you.
Take it.
Thank you, thank
Welcome.
you.
Good ambassador for your country, sir. So the last question, is okay? The last question, okay, Mas yang bersweater. Oh, ada lagi? There is any? Oh ya ya, okay. There is any last? Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I have question that is what is the similarity of the law in Uzbekistan and Indonesia, and how the implementation of the law in Uzbekistan toward its people. Thank you.
Yeah, many, because we are following UN WTO as the same regulation of law in Indonesia and in Uzbekistan. But what is the difficulty or different point in Uzbekistan on implementation of law? We are giving much opportunities to family business. For example, my hotel is run by my mother, father, let's say my brother. So we are for making hotel business. So government giving us opportunity, less tax, easy license, and they're giving opportunity for the tax of electricity and water. I don't see this one in Indonesia, for example. This is different. But the rest one, sustainability from environmental point of view, from government, and other all points, the same. In Uzbekistan, we have, just as your friend asked it, we are paying attention on creativity of law. So we are giving opportunities for small business. We have three types of business companies: micro level, macro level, and continental level. So if you are from micro level, imagine you will be tourist guide. My student from Indonesia making tourism guide from Indonesian people. When Indonesian people go to Uzbekistan, my student taking them and making guiding service. So imagine for him, no need of license, no difficulties, no need of making company. So this is creativity we are giving to our people. Otherwise, it will be difficult. So these kind of points different. The rest points are the same. Because as I said, even Uzbekistan and other countries all following regulation of United Nations World Tourism Organization. This is something that all countries need to follow. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay, it's enough for you, Mas. Masnya cukup ya? Okay, the last, the green one.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello, my name is Tegar. I would like to ask how does the government and society work together in Uzbekistan to properly manage tourism spread across its various regions, and what makes the motivation of the Uzbek government in giving some countries visa free when they want to enter Uzbekistan, because maybe when letting for forage national enter in can endanger the country from some kind of threat, and has the development of the times in the field of science and technology describe culture and tourism in Uzbekistan, and even change the culture and tourism. Thank you.
In one question, you asked 4 questions. Yeah, the first one from government, why society help? Because we are giving opportunity to make business by individuals. In Uzbekistan, not everything run by government. We are giving, for example, natural areas for business people. So imagine you are owner of this mountain, you will take care of this, yes? If it is by government, you say, okay, this is governmental mountain, and you will not pay attention. The first is privatization. So they're giving areas to people to make tourism business, but in condition they need to preserve it. They need to keep it for our future. This is the first. The second, your question, why we are giving opportunity from abroad to go to Uzbekistan? Yes, it can be dangerous, but we are taking care of control, yes, but body control, borders, yes. Also, we are checking all of them. It is difficult, I know. There could be some terrorism, there could be some people with bad idea. It's difficult, but we are doing it just for friendship countries or brotherhood countries like Indonesia, okay. What else? Malaysia, okay. Afghanistan, for example, no, because even if our near country, we check first because it is not politically good. Iran, for example, good, our friend, but we need to check now. The same, because the case are different. If we say, oh, Indonesia, 200 something million people, maybe could be something difficulty with one of them. And to whole country, if we give visa, we cannot find any tourists from Indonesia. We are saying vice versa we are doing. Let's come to Uzbekistan, we will check, if okay, then go. Yeah, the same we are doing. And the third question, it was about promotion. I said about this one. In Uzbekistan, we are using promotion. We have beautiful ladies, we have culinary, we have history, and we have the same policy. For example, $100 in your place is equal 160, in Uzbekistan 120. So imagine you have $1,000 to Uzbekistan, you will be rich man. You can stay there because price is cheap. The same, I bring with me, for example, $1,500. I am rich here. I can go here, I can buy this, I can use this. So this is something that can promote your place. So use this one, you should use it. You should use your beach, you should use your mountain, you should use your food and beverage. And the best thing in Indonesia is people. You are very calm, you are very relaxed, very slow, no nervous. Even you are in rush hour, you don't put your signals, no nervous. Even you are, let's say, you are late, no one asks from you why you are late. In Uzbekistan, it's not like that. Today it was at 9, my lecture. I was wake up at 6 because I need to go on time at 9. In Uzbekistan, it's the same. But in Indonesia, I think it's not like this. Because you are relaxed, yes? You need to show it. This Indonesia could be meditation for tourists. Meditation. They can come and meditation. They can't put their phone here and just 1 week or 10 days they can get meditation. And meditation is very expensive, let's say, service from all around the world. But you are not using this. We are not making promotion of this one. Thank you for all for asking question and sharing time.
Should we do that? We promoted about apa itu paribahasa alon-alon asal kakon gitu ya. And we have like idiom like alon-alon asal kakon. This mean like slowly, but as long you can catch your goals, just be slow. Oh yeah. It's like old idiom for Java languages. Like, no, in Java, yeah. Yeah, sure, or as long you can get. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, you like it? Yeah. Very fast. No, in fast. Okay. So, have you ever going to India, sir? Oh, try it. It's more chaos, fast chaos and hung everywhere. It's like crazy people in there, but you need to try that. So, is that enough? Have you any question left? No? Okay. There is no question, so I think. Yeah. Okay. So we in the last meeting. So thank you for all of you guys. Thank you, although Mr. Bobur Sobirov, for your time and for your enlightenment to us about tourism in Uzbekistan. Ya, kita mengconquer teman-teman semua untuk belajar yang tekun kalau emang ada uang dan ada waktu, terus kemudian ada apa itu namanya ya, kemampuan secara akademis, carilah beasiswa untuk bisa traveling around the world, termasuk juga ke Uzbekistan. Saya kira gitu, that's it for today. Thank you for Bapak Bobur, thank you for all of you students. We end this discussion with hamdalah, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mr. Bobor, for your enlightening lecture. And because Bu Khalida already conclude this with hamdalah, nggak perlu lagi berarti kita hamdalah. And we look forward to your present at future event. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Foto.
How if we take picture for